So some time ago, someone, one of my subscribers requested me to do an eyebrow tutorial, so I thought I might turn this into like everything you need to know about eyebrows. And I know that there are a lot of videos out there about eyebrows and how to groom them and all that jazz, but I thought I'd just do my own version, things that work for me, and show you a few products and techniques that I use to get my eyebrows nice and neat. So let's get started. So the basic thing that you need to know is that every person has different kind of eyebrow shapes that suit them. So to find like the right shape for you, you should probably experiment with different eyebrow shapes. Try drawing them in a different way than usual, and you will find the right shape for you, because eyebrows are very important because they frame your face. They just give you a completely different look. For example, straight eyebrows give you a very innocent look, make you look younger. So do fuller brows also. Thinner brows with more of an arch create a more grown-up kind of vibe. So you need to kind of consider that. And yes, so just play around with different eyebrow shapes and see what works for you. Now the basics for what your eyebrows should kind of look like is you just take a random brush. For example, I'm using this random angle brush, and just align it with your nostril right there, and where your nostril ends, your eyebrow should begin. And if your eyebrows are too far apart, it can really elongate your nose and make it really wide. However, if they're too close together, they can make your nose look really thin. So just to get the right balance, just take your brush or whatever and just line it up, and if it lines up, then your eyebrows are the right length apart. Now if you want to find out where the arch should be, just take it here, and also by the nostril, it should cross through right in the centre of your eye, and that's where the arch should be too, right at the end of that. And on the other side is the same. As for where the eyebrow should end, you literally just do the same thing, take your brush, line it up at the edge of your nostril, and it should cross over right at the end of your eye, and that's where your eyebrow should also end. And of course everyone gets little tiny hairs at the end, but just get rid of them, you don't need them. This is exactly how long your eyebrow should be compared to your face, I suppose. So yeah, that's the first thing that you need to know. Then the second is just having the right length of your eyebrows. Sometimes they can get out of control, they can get really long. So just a quick tip you can do is use your little spoolie, brush it upwards like so, and then trim it with little tiny scissors. And this is so easy, but it definitely makes your eyebrows really fluffy. And just sometimes you get little eyebrows that are too long and they just hang off the edge, and if you don't know what to do with them, just literally take your spoolie, brush it up and cut them a little bit. Just don't cut them too much, but that should kind of fix that problem right up. If you feel like your eyebrows are too light for your face, sometimes if people have really light eyebrows, they don't show up in photos and they're very hard to kind of like make them stand out, so you could look like you have no eyebrows. To kind of fix that problem, you can just use a henna kit for the eyebrows. This one is from Boots. It's called Swiss Opal, and it's kind of like a bit tatty because I've had it for a while now, but it has two different parts. It comes with an instruction sheet as well, and you just kind of brush it on, leave it there for a few minutes, and then wash it off, and you get really dark eyebrows after that. The longer you keep the solution on, the darker your eyebrows will be, so you can just do that accordingly to your hair colour and preference. Now for the actual filling of the brow, I use this really cheap kit from Beauty UK. It's a English brand, and it's literally very good quality. I'd say it's basically the same as any high-end sort of eyebrow powder. It's literally just an eyeshadow, so don't pay great amounts of money for an eyebrow kind of shadow. So I just got this really cheap one. It's got 3 different shades, which is perfect. I use the darkest one because it suits my eyebrows the best, and my eyebrows are very dark naturally anyway, and these I just use for like an eyeshadow sometimes. So it comes with many purposes. There's a little part where there's a gel thing. I think that's for your brows to kind of stay in place, but I never use that. And to apply it, you can use either this little what is this called? This little brush, I suppose. So I use that if I'm on the go, but if I want more precision and kind of better shaped brows, then I just use my angled brush by MAC. I know there's this whole trend of using brow gels, but I've never really jumped on that wagon, and I don't know, I just don't think that it would work for me very well because I'm kind of very messy with things like that, so I just get it all over the place. But instead I just use my powder, stick with what I know, and over the top I use this clear mascara. It's for your eyes, but I just use it for my eyebrows to kind of have everything stay in place. It's by the brand Miss Sporty, so again, still kind of cheap, very affordable. I've had this for ages and it looks kind of disgusting, but it's literally clear. And what I do is I just take it and brush it along my kind of arch area and just the whole brow in general, very slightly, and it just keeps the brow hairs in place for the whole day and doesn't move around or become messy. So yeah. In terms of filling in the actual eyebrow, I use very little powder because I never like my brows looking drawn on or anything like that. So I literally just take my MAC brush, for example, dab it a little bit, then kind of tap it off so there isn't as much excess product. And I usually fill in the arch first because that's the place that I need the filling most. And then when there's less powder on the brush, I move on to the kind of beginning of the brow, and then I feather it out a little bit, and then I also use the little spoolie to kind of blend it in so it doesn't look too harsh and looks very natural still. To kind of get rid of any extra hairs and get them neat, I pluck them. I've never waxed my eyebrows, I'm kind of scared of that thought, so all I've been doing is just plucking it with like a little tweezer like this. This tweezer actually came with this beauty kit, which is super helpful. So I think that is all for my eyebrows. There isn't really that much to it, I don't think. I've showed you all the products, all the different techniques, so yeah, I hope I helped you a little bit. Maybe I'll inspire you to kind of go on a journey of finding your eyebrow shapes. Yeah, that is all really. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you in my next one. Bye!